Hello YouTube, this is Travis Dunn with MDL, and this is my vlog for Sunday, June 5th, 2016. Now, I had mentioned it was going to be a couple of weeks before my next vlog, and it's kind of interesting because my brother, last weekend, when I was at his house, said, hey, when's going to be the next vlog, because apparently that's how he's kind of keeping up with, what's going on in my life, and certainly, I talk about all different manner of things. So here's my vlog. And so first on the agenda, I want to talk about graduations. I'd mentioned in my last vlog about my niece, my wife's niece, who was staying with us, had ran away. She ultimately did come back. We ended up going to court. We did get custody of her, and so she is now permanently our thing to deal with. So the game room has been totally dismantled for the most part. That's now her room. And I did some trading with my mom, and I got a twin bunk bed for her to use. And, obviously she's using the bottom bunk. And I let her have one of the bookcases that was already in there, and then I moved around a lot of the other stuff, including my computer. The computer's now back in my bedroom, and I moved some bookcases in a couple of different places. Kind of going to miss the game room. It'll eventually come back whenever one of them moves out, but for now, I felt we should give her room. Obviously, she's going to be staying with us for a little while. So she is currently working to get a job. She did, like I said, she did manage to graduate. She's working on getting a job. Technically, she starts on Monday or Tuesday of this week at one job. But we're still hunting around at a couple of other options to see if we can find something a little more, make more money, more hours. And so far, she's applied and has been accepted to Columbus State. Though we haven't finished filling out all the final paperwork. We'll be doing that over the course of the next few weeks. But as of right now, it looks like she's going to go in the spring of next year. And we also took her and got her permit, which she actually had already had a permit, but she didn't actually have it. So we went and got her permit, a copy of her permit, so she, we can actually take her out and teach her how to drive, which has been an interesting aspect, to say the least. I grew up farm equipment, lawnmowers, dirt bikes, four-wheelers, and I've talked about that in the past. But, even our dad lived in a little town called Hamden, Ohio, and if you look it up, it's a hole in the wall. Maybe not even 1,000 people population. And my dad used to let us drive around on the back roads, with him, of course, to learn how to drive before we were actually old enough to have our permit. So me and my brother both had solid grasp on driving. So, by the time I was able to drive and able to get my license, it ended up being about 16 and a half when I actually got my license. Only because I had to go through driver's ed, and I had to wait for the next class and blah, blah, blah. So that was the only reason why I would have had my license at the age of 16 if I could have got away with it. But obviously, like I said, I had to go through that driver's course. And even when I went through the driver's course, the lady told me, she's like, "Why are you doing this?" And I said, "Only because I have to." I mean, it wasn't because I needed the training or anything. I knew about maneuverability. I could back up. I could park. I could do it all. And I was ready to go from day one. So there was no real training for me because I'd already gone through all that training. I was lucky enough that, my girlfriend at the time, she managed to, her parents let me chauffeur them around everywhere we went. They let me drive. So just so they didn't have to. So I had lots of experience, lots of different vehicles. And like I said, it was just one of those things. I was more than ready. And my niece is not even close. The poor girl, I mean, she's barely been behind the wheel. We've only had a few training sessions. We've been trying to do it in, during our, in between our busy schedules here lately. But it's just been driving around the neighborhood, around the block. No major streets yet. I mean, she hasn't even hit 20 miles an hour, and she is very, very green. And we got a lot of work to do on teaching her maneuverability and how to use the gas and the brake. And I mean, there's a lot to learn. So, that's something we'll be working on, obviously, over the course of the next few weeks. I think while I'm on vacation coming up here in a couple of weeks, I will probably be working with her. I might even throw a couple of cameras up in the car and record it and post it. It'll be interesting, to say the least. So anyway, my other niece graduated, like I said, and that was my brother's daughter. We got her this digital tablet, and it's digital drawing tablet. Also works as a mouse. It's a really, really nice tablet. It was a couple $100. Not the most expensive one you could buy, but certainly not an El Cheapo. It was highly rated. But that's because she's going to college, and for the life of me can't remember what the name of the college is. But she's going for digital arts with a bit of coding. She wants to do game design. That's what she wants to get into. So my brother and his wife got her a gaming laptop, obviously for doing 3D drawings and stuff like that. And the tablet, it was a perfect accessory for her to be able to get started. So I got to spend some time with my brother last weekend, which is something we just don't get to do very much. And, and I talk about in my vlog at the beginning of this, my brother was like, hey, when's the next vlog? I need to catch up on what's going on. And, I mentioned that my vlog was going to be a few weeks, and I knew how busy and crazy things were going to be. So I did sort of do a vlog last week. I wasn't real happy with it. I only got to talk about a couple of subjects, and it was kind of right in between all the crazy stuff that was going on. So in the middle of editing, I was just like, there's just not enough here. I know there's stuff coming up. I want to talk about it, and it just felt incomplete. So that's why I'm doing this one today, and I will apologize right now if this is a little bit of a long vlog. So anyway, I got to spend some time with my brother. Didn't even know he's got a 3D printer. So I'm probably going to commission him to do a couple of small projects. I'm talking with him right now about one in particular. And I got to go through and see some of his collection of video games and stuff, and he's amassing a pretty nice little collection. He's got Atari 2600. He's got a complete Sega Master System, the first one. He's got a second-gen Sega Genesis with a Sega CD and a 32X. He's got a Sega Saturn, and he's got a couple of other handheld games, just some really awesome stuff, even some stuff I've never even seen. So I told him, I said I'd love to sit down and actually help him shoot some videos, both for his channel, maybe even for mine. And that's so that may be something we'll be collaborating together and doing, like I said, doing some stuff together. Obviously, anything to get a chance to practice doing some more video is just an extra kick in the bucket for me, but it gives me a reason to come down and visit, and I hope to do that pretty soon. Origins is coming up here in a couple of weeks. I do plan on taking it off. I do plan on going. And then that's the start of my vacation. And my vacation's still up in the air right now. Mostly just because my stepdad, pretty much right after him and I took the ride together, he found that his fuel tank on that bike is leaking, and it's the tank, not just a hose or something like that. So yeah, unfortunately, that I don't know what the fix is going to be for that, or when he'll be able to get it fixed. I got a bad feeling it's going to need welded, and if it ends up needing welding, that's going to ruin the paint on that bike. Speaking of paint, I've been toying around with some different colors, with Plasti Dip, and I've got the technique pretty well down as far as laying the Plasti Dip, and I'll show a picture. I tried to get, I just did the front fender. I was looking for more of an orangey copper, ended up being more of a brownish copper. I'll be honest, it's almost a little bit close to what my stepdad has on his bike. But his is more of a root beer brown. Mine's, like I said, it's a little more orangey, but not. It's more towards that direction than an orangey color. So not the color I'm looking for. I'll keep playing with it and keep seeing. Well, that's the whole point of this, is just trying to find a color that I like, and what color the bike may eventually end up when I have it painted or powder coated or whatever I decide to do, which will probably be first of next year. But right now I'm just kind of playing around with the colors. So last Sunday, and this was the day after the graduation. A friend of mine, Nate, got a hold of me. He's like, "Hey, you want to go riding?" I was like, "Absolutely." And the wife was like, "Go ahead." And so, him and I went riding. It was a real nice ride. He was kind of testing out his bike. It's been in and out of the shop with some electrical problems, and at least, as far as that ride was concerned, the main electrical problem that he had seems to be fixed. But he's got one of those light bars on the front of his bike, and apparently there's something messed up with the wiring there, because the front light bar is not working. So he's gonna have it looked at. But it was a good ride. It was kind of funny. We were kind of heading south of Hebron, Ohio, and real nice back roads out there, like Buckeye Lake area, and it was it started pouring down rain, and he stopped. He's like, "Do you?" He asked if I had a rain suit, which I do have a rain suit, but I had taken the saddlebags off the bike, because they need clean. They're nasty and dirty, so I took them off the bike, so I didn't have them with me. I was like, "No, unfortunately, they're in the saddlebags that are at home." And so he's like, "Okay, well, let's turn around. Let's ride north." So we ride up north and start heading towards home, because we were going to do this, kind of loop around. And so we ended up looping a little bit back, more towards the direction that we came from. And the skies parted and the sun came out, and it was beautiful. It was warm. I got a little sunburnt, and so it was real nice. It was a real nice ride. I hope to get with him again and do some more riding. So this past week, I started putting the pool together. Unfortunately, the kids and the wife decided, kind of, was nagging at me about setting up the pool, and I'll be honest, I really wasn't going to do it. I spent a lot of money setting it up last year, and it pretty much went to complete waste. I had filled it, and it got used maybe half a dozen times because of the weather, and then it turned nasty, so nobody ended up using it hardly at all. And then it turned cold, so I ended up draining it, but and I've talked about this, about the dead squirrels in the pool, and I'll show a video clip here now of my daughter, trying to clean out the dead squirrels in the pool, and that pool was nasty, but managed to get it cleaned out, managed to get refilled. I went out, I bought a new pump. Probably I really shouldn't have spent the money, but the pump that was on there is just really, really weak pump. And I think it was one of the problems we had with the pool, trying to keep it balanced and keep it clean. That pump just didn't operate enough. So I managed to find a sand filter pump. It was about $130. It was like another $22, $25 for sand. And that thing just streams halfway across the pool. I mean, it really does, put out good pressure, and seems to be doing a real good job of, clearing out the dirt and debris out of the pool. So that should help with it this year. My daughter's already been in it. She was in it yesterday, even though the weather was kind of and so, go figure. I will talk a little bit about, I did shoot video at both the graduations. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with it other than possibly just keep it for prosperity, but I used the GoPros, I used this camera, and in both instances, I only used one of the extra large batteries and one large memory card. So it was really great. I got about a couple hours worth of video. And so, yeah, it was real nice being able to shoot without having to change batteries or memory cards. that much. So that was real nice to be able to do it. And obviously, I need to get some extra add-on battery packs for the GoPros. I don't know when I'll be able to do that. Gosh, what else? What else is there? I'm sure there's a lot of things I'm probably forgetting, but yeah, it's just been kind of, like I said, kind of crazy. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on around the house. Like I said, it's been the time to get that pool set up and all that. I'll be honest, I've been dragging ass at work. I don't feel like doing anything. I was kind of really sitting here debating about whether or not I wanted to do this vlog. But I just kind of felt like I needed to go ahead and get it out of the way. I'm not sure how next week's going to go. I may try to do another vlog next week, but it may be a couple weeks before the next vlog. Last thing I will say, I guess I have jumped on the bandwagon, and I am now officially on Twitter. So I have a Twitter and Instagram, and obviously my Facebook page. And so I will leave a link in the description if you want to follow me on Twitter, which is @MyDunnLife, and obviously because of this channel. I've also been kind of tweaking some images and stuff on the SD Project channel. So in preparation of starting to put together some videos. I'm going to be doing that here very soon. Next Saturday, one of the reasons why I'm not sure I'm going to be able to vlog, I've got a wedding. I'm going to help out doing some DJ work with my old friend Andy. And maybe I'll shoot a little video while I'm there just to kind of, show what kind of things that we've done in the past. So it'll be fun. I haven't got to spend any time with Andy a whole lot since I changed jobs, because him and I used to work together. So it'll be a lot of fun to spend some time with him and do something that I enjoy. I did enjoy the DJ stuff, but it just very time consuming. And I'll be honest, he's not been taking as many jobs. It's partly because I'm not there to help him, and partly because he just don't want to do a lot of them either. But he's got a couple lined up, and I'll do what I can to help him out on it. So. Not to mention, I want to steal his Toyota MR2 for the SD Project and Modern Visions Automotive. So I want to do a review of his car. It's a really cool car. So I think that's where I'm going to end the vlog today. I will say that we had another famous death this week, which was Muhammad Ali. Great fighter, and certainly. One of the more remembered fighters of the time, and it's been that year of losing really, really great famous people. I don't know why it is, but that's just the way it is. So that's where I'm going to end the vlog today. I want to thank everybody who's been subscribing and watching. Obviously, I thank my brother for watching my videos. Hopefully, like I said, him and I will do some videos together here in the not so distant future. And so I hope everybody has a great day, has a great week, and I will catch you later.